Yeah. Hello. So it's been a while since I have posted a video blog, and there's been a topic on the internet causing some concern, and it's about helping people who have mental illness. So, a lot of people seem to be really demanding about what people should do for people who have mental illness. But the facts are, you should really not put yourself in danger. So, you shouldn't do something that endangers yourself to help somebody else. There's a good chance you could survive even if they end up dying eventually. Anyway, and also, like, yeah, I mean, as a regular person, I'm not really sure what you're actually going to do to help them. So you also have to have like a little bit of humility, realizing that you're putting yourself in a lot of danger and have zero expertise on doing anything. It's really important to see a professional or people who are trained in dealing with these issues. Basically, I mean, you just should not be rude to people and say rude or threatening things to people, especially not in large groups and strangers being judgmental about other people's lives. It's just really rude. I'm not sure how anyone thought that would make life better for anyone. But yeah, I mean, beyond that, in your social obligation, especially if you're not really a friend and you're not really related to a person, it, you might actually be doing damage even if you are nice. So that's something to think about. But yeah, getting back to the topic of danger, knowing somebody who has mental illness. Um, and this was like many, many years ago. So I know I've talked to about a few people who have mental illness, and so you might think that it's somebody more recent in my life, but it isn't. Um, but yeah, they struggled with depression and suicide, and they also uh, were pretty creepy. Like one time we were driving down the road and they hit on somebody, and they were the people were underage, and so you could kind of see that that was upsetting. And so I mean, you want to be a friend, you want to talk to people, but I mean, then they also kind of like Colt 45s and guns, and you think, oh well, it's okay, we're friends, he'll be nice to me. But then they're reading your mail and somehow getting like really weird messages out of, I know, basically just talking to somebody about clothes and things, uh, that you might belong to some kind of like hate group and you're out to get them, and then they own a gun. And it's like, this is really, 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 really dangerous. Um, I am in a lot of danger to try to help somebody else. And you have to think and really think about what you're asking people to do. Quite frankly, there's people on the internet. Yes, they have mental illnesses, but if you can't even afford to just send money, or it's putting your own education at risk, or your family at risk, spending money on things, you should not do it. If you don't have enough money and you're going to go rescue them and you have to take a vacation so you can be their real friend, save your money, save your time. You really are endangering yourself in one way or another. You need to think about yourself, and it really isn't your job to do this. You should just not endanger yourself at all. And sometimes there's critical times where you have to think about what's going on and how much involvement you're going to be in, like whether you should call the police or whether you need to do this or that, because even if like a bunch of people call the police, that's really kind of harassing and bullying somebody. There's been somebody on the internet, Eugenia Clooney. I've been very upset about comments that people leave. They're very threatening. They tell her to kill herself. They tell her that she's a bad person because she doesn't eat enough. They tell her that her mother doesn't like her. Her mother is consistently the only person in her life taking care of her every single day and making sure that she has food and shelter and moral support, somebody to talk to. So yeah, pretty much anything in mass is very rude. But I mean, if you want to like really break it down, I mean, you're basically saying kill yourself and your mother hates you. It's not friendly. I'm not making it like your responsibility to take care of these people, but you should think about what you're saying to people, and just in general, just try to not be rude. It's not like you're in like 7th grade anymore when you didn't know better and everybody calls each other's names and everybody got picked on in school. I mean, I kind of expect that from like maybe younger people, but adults, it's like, you know, a lot of this you could really just keep it to yourself or just not say anything. So, yeah, that basically covers what I think about the whole situation. Yeah, she should not be starving herself. She should eat more. You know, but she needs to see a professional. She saw a professional. Her mother's taking care of it. I'm definitely not going to participate in just harassing and bullying people online. And I would like it if other people would stop. Alright. So, well, that kind of covers that in general. So, well, as usual, I hope everybody has a good week and all that stuff. Okay.